Hey everyone, just wanted to do a little outside check-in. I've got my camera, well, my phone camera on a little tripod just to see how this looks. And I have in view my little babies in the background, although one of them is right here. So let's just see if we can see the little calm man. Hi baby, he loves this. God, he's so cute. Oh, it's May 8th, Thursday. It's just a couple weeks left before I'm gonna be going through silence, and I kept thinking about like how there's so many things I want to talk about, yet every time I think that I'm going to record a video to talk about anything that I want to talk about, I immediately do this, and I'm like, no, you don't need to go there. The thing is yes, there is a physical. If you watched the first video where I talked about this, like maybe you didn't watch just the couple minute clip, but you watched the whole, I think it was like a 6 or 7 minute video. I talked about that I not only think this is a physical symptom, but it's a physical manifestation of something deeper that's going on, which is why I'm having vocal issues. And that is why I want to start talking or just expressing myself more vulnerably and authentically, because I think nothing makes me more, how do I turn this? Nothing triggers me more than what I consider inauthenticity. And I have myself been inauthentic at times, because that's the whole thing with social media, is you want the best parts of yourself to be shown to the world, so therefore you fake a smile. Like anytime I post a selfie and I'm like, oh, let me post this picture, it's like, how many freaking pictures do I have to take before I get one that I'm like, okay, that's not so bad? Like 25 to 50. And I hate that, you know? And I'm trying to make these faces. I'm trying to not look like I'm trying too hard, but I'm trying to not. And I see so many people doing this kind of stuff, or, you know, these overly sexy pictures, or everything about everything everybody posts. Just, I scroll through social media and I want to puke, and I just get annoyed, and I'm like, I hate all these people. Like, I hate the inauthenticity. And at the same time, I have such a deep rooted fear of people not liking me or accepting me. And this goes back from childhood. And I think that's what it is. So this is the reason. Hey Casey, come on up here. Say hi to the people on the camera. This is the thing I believe that where this all stemmed from. This squeezing, this constriction of my voice, because it's an energetic thing. And that's why I'm trying to speak up about it, because I'm so afraid that people are not going to approve. People aren't going to accept me. They're not going to like the real me. And it seems that anytime I post anything that's controversial, or even if I post something that is just a joke, or I say anything, it's like I get all this backlash, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck are you to fucking call me out on fucking shit? You know, but I see other people, they can post anything they fucking want and nobody gives a shit. Or they're like, yes, go, you go sister, you go bro, whatever. And me, it's like, I'm the one that gets attacked for whatever. Or if I post something that is vulnerable, then it's like, oh God, you're playing the victim. And I'm like, really? No, I'm just fucking trying to be me. So years and years upon this, and I just was like, just don't say anything. You know, people aren't gonna like you. And the truth is, people aren't gonna like me. People don't like me. People love me, people hate me. And you know, that there's that quote of, you're always the villain in someone's story. That really hit me hard, because I was like, I'm the villain? Like, I'm the bad guy? What did I do wrong? And coming to the acceptance of that in and of itself is a huge challenge, you know? Us having to face our shadows, and instead we try to hide them away and let nobody see that side of us, because we believe that they are inherently unlovable. And for years I have been trying to hide that part of me away. The part of me that wants to be liked by others. The part of me that does secretly judge others for inauthenticity. When in turn I am being inauthentic myself for fear of not being what people want. So it's like this mirror that goes around and around, and that's just so, it's mind-boggling when you think about it. And so this is what I'm trying to come to terms with. This is what I'm trying to learn and accept, that I just need to be who I am, and accept that there's going to be people out there that aren't going to like it, and there's going to be people there that are going to like it. They're going to resonate with it, and I need to be okay with not being liked. And that's been the biggest challenge, because I've talked about this a little bit, but when I was a kid, I was deeply affected by bullying. You know, it started when I was 9 years old. I was on the school bus And I was just looking out the window, heading home, and there were these two boys sitting in front of me, and they, they're peering over their chairs to face me, and they're pointing and laughing at me. And I was minding my own business, just looking out the window, and then I look and noticed that these two boys were going out of their way to judge me and laugh at me and point at me, and I didn't know what they were saying. And they were laughing, "Oh, she's so ugly, she's a dog, she's such a dog." And it was the first time that I heard or recognized that I was ugly. And that's like one of the deepest core wounds. I was like, oh my God, I was just minding my own business and somebody just told me I'm ugly. I cried, went home, and looking back at pictures of me, I was not the cutest kid at that age. I was really cute when I was young. And then I think around the 9-year-old mark, maybe 8, 9, you go through that awkward, ugly duckling phase. And I was starting, and when I look back at pictures of me, I'm like, it'd be really hard to tell myself as an adult now, looking back, and be like, you're beautiful. That hurts to even say that, because you want to be so nice to your younger self. You want to be nice to a child. But I was ugly. I had, I still got a split in my teeth, but big, the big front teeth kind of thing going on, and my glasses, and I just was in an awkward phase. And then not much happened after that until 5th grade, when I had a unibrow, which I have no eyebrows now. So this is me, no makeup, okay? So no makeup, anything going on right now. Got the babies want to cuddle. And I was in 5th grade, and I started getting bullied by fraternal twins, a boy and a girl. And I had a crush on the boy, and used to be friends with the sister, and I don't know what happened, but one day they decided to start making fun of me. I had a unibrow, and I had the facial hair, the mustache thing going on. So they started spreading it around the school that I was mustache girl. They wrote a song about me, something like "Mustache Girl lives in a mustache world." That's all I remember. But it spread around to pretty much the whole entire school. And I didn't have any friends that year. And it was the first time in my life, 5th grade, it's 10, 11 years old, I wanted to die. I wanted to not exist anymore. And I didn't understand why people could hate me so much for nothing, just because I looked ugly. And that's a whole thing. I mean, it was absolutely awful. They would not look at me. They would hold folders up to block their view of me. They would pretend to disinfect things after I touched it, before they would touch it. They got it was horrible. And teachers didn't do anything, the principal didn't do anything. It just and I had to just go through it. And so that has stuck with me through this year, to this day, where I walk into a room of people, a group of people laughing, I assume they're laughing at me. And then I turned around and go, oh my God, am I a narcissist? Because I assume that they're making it about me. And this is a whole freaking loop I do in my head. But it has affected me so much with singing and performing, because there are plenty of people out there that absolutely cannot stand my voice. And they make it known that they think I'm awful. And that's hard. So it's when I hear that a lot and I see the looks on people's faces, I read energy very well. So people think that they're hiding what they're saying or how they feel, and I see through people. It's been a thing I've been doing my whole life, and another thing I've been doubting about myself, that when I meet somebody and they're smiling to my face, but something is irking me about them, I'm like, why don't I trust this person? There's nothing that they're showing me that is proving otherwise, but every time I'm learning, I'm right, every single time. And I doubt it, because I'm like, don't judge people, but I'm right. So I'm really navigating through all this right now. So I can definitely tell when I'm in a room and I'm performing, I can tell who doesn't like me. And of course, naturally, I'm focusing on the negative instead of the positive. The majority of the people there that are smiling and are tipping me and clapping their hands. And then I see these looks, and I see them going, oh God, she's awful. Oh God, her again. Oh my God, she's got the worst voice. And I think that's what started this squeezing, this constriction. That on top of the fact that venues over and over, turn down, you're too loud. So I'm naturally trying to go, don't be too loud. That's where the beginning of this story starts. I'm going to do my best to navigate through this more. I'm not sure how much I'm going to have time to talk about this over the next couple weeks. I'm going to do my best. I'd rather look better on camera with makeup on and not, like this, but I'm also trying to be super real. So best times for me are mornings, early in the day to do this kind of thing. So we'll just see what happens. Maybe I'll be more dolled up. Maybe I won't. People are gonna like it, people are not gonna like it. People are gonna probably click off after the first 30 seconds and whatever. And if you've lasted this long, thank you. And I appreciate you watching. I appreciate your support. And until then.